today I want to talk to you about crayons. I know you've all colored with crayons before, but I want to just talk to you a little bit more about how artists actually use crayons to do artwork. So today, what I'm going to do is I'm going to use this coloring sheet and just show you some of the techniques when working with crayons. So when you're coloring with crayons, you can get with the same crayon different shades of the same color. So if I color lightly, which means I'm not pushing down very hard, I would get this color. Now, I hope you're noticing that as I'm coloring in the same direction. It's important for when you're coloring with crayons that you always color in the same direction. If not, it'll look scribbly and you're not gonna like it. So we wanna make sure that we're always coloring in the same direction. Now, when I get to the end, I may turn it and go the other way just to get those edges. But do you see how this is a nice blue? Now, if I wanna make this blue darker, using the same crayon, I can. All I do is push harder. Now, you want to be careful not to push too hard. If you push too hard, it'll break. But do you notice how I have now got a light blue and a dark blue with the same crayon? And then watch this. If I press medium, I think you're going to notice something here. I've got light, medium, and dark, all with the same crayon. Now, there's something else you can do, color mixing. Did you know you can mix colors with crayons? If I want to do a little color mixing, I can take different shades of the same color. So I could take like a light blue. Oh, look at this. This is a little bit of a blue-green. You can find different shades of the same color and you can incorporate those as well. What if I took this light blue-green color and colored on top? You're gonna notice the color changes. And I can do the same thing with this one. If I press harder, it'll get darker. So down here I pressed harder. I really like how that looks together. And let me show you this. This one's a little bit darker. Aha. Are you noticing how this one is a little bit darker? And I'm getting darker and lighter just by how I push. When you're working with crayons, I don't want to see any space. I've had kids that have said, oh, Mrs. Kearns, that's colored in. No. You want to go back and make sure there's no white paper showing where you are coloring with the crayons. And to do that, you've got to become a white spot detective and make sure every white spot is colored over. Then if you have any of those crumbs, sometimes you get the crumbs from the crayon, you can just brush those off. Be careful not to smear it though. Notice with this one, I did a light green here. I can come in with a dark green and go over that a little bit and do some color mixing. I can do some shading and really blend it all together. So that is just a little bit of how we are going to use crayons when we're coloring in art. Have a great time today coloring with your crayons.